All right, so today we are going to be talking about three different example problems involving the product of powers property and negative and zero exponents. This still is section 10.4 in your Big Ideas math textbook. So let's go to example number one. Example number one, we have the quantity x to the negative second being raised to the third power. Now, in using the product of powers property, what we're going to be doing is we're going to distribute this power of 3 into the set of parentheses and the other exponents within it. We only have one base with one exponent inside the set of parentheses, so it's going to turn into x to the negative sixth, because when we distribute the exponent in this property, we multiply the two exponents together, and negative 2 times positive 3 is negative 6. Now, whenever we simplify, we don't want to have a negative exponent. So since it's currently x to the negative 6 over 1, we're going to switch its location, and it's going to turn into 1 over x to the 6th. And that's going to be our answer there. Awesome job. Let's keep it rolling. Example number 2, it's a little bit switched now. We have y to the negative 4th inside of set of parentheses being raised to the 5th power. We're going to apply the exact same property. We're going to send this power of 5 into the exponent inside the set of parentheses. Again, we only have one base and only have one exponent in there. So we're going to send the 5 and multiply it with negative 4. So we're going to get y to the negative 20th. Since we don't want a negative exponent, we're going to switch its location, and we get y to the 20th now in the denominator. So our answer is 1 over y to the 20th. You know what? Let's do an example. Let's call it 2a. Let's call it 2a. If I have, let's say, x to the negative second times z to the 4th, all being raised to the negative third. Let's work that problem real quick. So we have two bases inside our set of parentheses, x and z, or z, and those aren't the same bases, so we can't operate the exponents together. So now what we're going to do is we're going to send this negative 3 inside the set of parentheses. So now we get x to the positive 6th times z to the negative 12th. Since we don't want negative exponents, we have to send z to the negative 12th into the denominator. Get x to the 6th over z to the 12th. So this negative exponent gets sent in to both of the exponents, and we multiply them together. What I recommend is do not simplify x to the negative second first, because since we have that exponent of negative 3 as our power, it's going to be changing the location of both of the exponents if we were to simplify. And here's what I mean. So if it was x to the negative second times z to the 4th raised to the negative third, and we rewrote this, it would be z to the 4th over x squared getting raised to the negative third. When we send that in, you're going to notice something. It's going to be z to the negative 12th over x to the negative 6. And we need to flip these again. So it's going to end up being x to the 6th over z to the 12th, which is exactly what we got over here. So this is what I'm saying. Do not simplify and remove the negative exponents inside the set of parentheses if, and keyword, only if, that set of parentheses and the quantity inside is getting raised to a negative exponent. You're just going to be doing more work on yourself, and there's more room for error there. Okay, so we want to distribute the negative exponent inside after using the product property. Okay, do not change around locations yet. Leave it the way it is and then distribute the negative exponent, or else you're going to be having to do all this extra work that we did in the green box. And I'm pretty sure you'd only want to do what's in red because that's most straightforward and efficient. Let's look at example 3. So example 3, we have the quantity a to the third times b to the fourth over a to the negative fifth times c to the 0th. Let's see if we can simplify using the quotient property without moving around locations here, because again, we have that negative exponent is the quantity is raised, to the negative exponent. So let's see what we can do here. Well, I have a to the third over a to the negative fifth, okay? I look at my exponents, I see 3 and I see negative 5. Which number is bigger? Yeah, 3. So I'm going to have a to the 3 minus negative 5 in the numerator. B to the fourth does not have another value or another term, so b to the fourth just stays where it is. And c to the 0th, well, we know that anything raised to 0th is 1, so it's going to be all over 1. Let's simplify the a. We have a to the third minus negative 5, so 3 minus negative 5 is a to the 8th. B to the fourth is just chilling. We can remove the denominator because it's only 1. And it's still getting raised to the negative 7th. So now, since I can't simplify anything else inside the set of parentheses, I'm going to distribute the negative 7 into the exponents inside my parentheses. Let me raise this up. You raise me up. There we go. So we get a to the 8 times negative 7 is going to be negative 56. And then times b to the 4 times negative 7, which is negative 28. Since they're both negative exponents, we need to switch the location of it, and we get 1 over a to the 56th, b to the 28th. You're doing a great job with this. Hopefully that this video helped answer some of the common questions that are arising. If not, please reach out, but you're doing so well with this. I'm so proud of you. Keep up the great work.